arranged the meal for the retreat? Who did arrange the meal for the retreat?
Let me see that. Who arranged the meal for the retreat?
I just said that, Egghead. Why do guys always think they're smarter and act all...
I know who arranged the meal. It was Ethel. She was lording it all over the rest of us at the retreat. She said that she got to decide the menu. It was an Epicurean delight, and she said it was a pity the food was too sophisticated for our rainbow palate. Her fancy cuisine killed our father.
Ah, she murdered my baby.
I haven't the faintest idea why she keeps doing this.
Go back to your paint by numbers, you silly twit. I am an intern. I don't make decisions. I just filed the paperwork. For free. Your defective brother Moss arranged for the catering.
Where is Moss?
In the kitchen.
Oh my god, what's that?
What?
Turn my
I will
sleep.
go back to that. You don't think you could have made Hetty sick because you wouldn't pay for that fancy cooking school tuition, do you?
What fancy cooking school?
Oh, what was the name? Oh, the Cordon Bleu. No, the pair of blue parrots. No, that's not right. I remember now. It was the Cordon Bleu parrots. Unbelievably expensive. His fathers were having none of it. They told Moss if his passion was for food, he could be passionate here in Canada.
Yeah, Moss told me he needed to suffer for his art. Man, that school was nuts. One guy failed his basic cuisine class, so he pulled a knife on himself. Moss said that showed real commitment to his art. Commitment. They should be committed to the loony bin.
I don't follow you. What does a cooking school have to do with his death?
It's because of the trust funds, Brainiac. Papa had set up a trust fund for all of us kids. We have enough money each to follow whatever dream we want to.
Ah, he murdered my baby.
She's really falling for this one, eh?
Is it just me or are the puns getting worse?
What on earth is going out in here? This better be quick, as Chef Ruth and I are plating dessert. I don't want to feel the backside of her wooden spoon or the rough side of her tongue.
Ew.
Moss, I need you to answer a question. On the night of Headley's death, did you or anyone else have an opportunity to tamper with the buffet at the shareholders conference?
What are you accusing me of? Tampering with food?
Yes.
I could never do such a thing. Food is my life. The delicate balance of sweet and spice, the varieties of texture in each dish, the colors on the plate. Food is my art form, and for you to suggest that I would produce anything but my best, let alone harm someone, well,
Boss, where the heck are you? The dessert isn't plating itself.
Yes, Chef. I'm being questioned. They think I tampered with Papa Headley's food at the retreat, Chef.
How dare you? I taught this young man to make his first souffle. Flat as it turned out, but never mind that. Food is sacred. Look elsewhere for your someone low enough to sabotage a meal. No chef worth their Michelin stars would ever do anything to intentionally harm a guest. How on earth do you think they'd ever get people to eat their food ever again? Moss?
Yes, Chef.
Round up those white shirts and get your skinny ass back in that kitchen. I want the Nanaimo bars plated correctly.
Yes, Moss. Or yes, Chef. Yes, Moss.
She's going crazy.
If you had half a brain, which clearly you don't, you would have realized it was a buffet meal. Anyone at the meal could have tampered with the food, you overeducated twit.
Oh, I found another one. Where was Headley's EpiPen? Well, that's no help. We all know where it was, don't we, Hannah?
What do you mean, no help? Let me see that. Where was Headley's EpiPen?
Is there an echo in here?
It's all Hannah's fault.
It is not!
It is too. If you hadn't used his EpiPen in his stupid stupid performance art piece, we could have used it to save his life.
Hannah, how could you? Papa Head was so nice. He even lied to you and told you he We liked your wacky art performances.
Yeah, and nobody really likes them. They're weird.
Ah, she murdered my baby.
Here we go again. On floor she did this time.
Enough! Everyone settle down. Now, Hannah, is what your sisters say true? Did you take Papa Head's EpiPen? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Oh, Hannah.
I didn't think he would die, Daddy Drew. And Papa Headley said it was okay for me to borrow it. Tell him, Uncle Les. You were there. You heard him. Tell him that Papa Head said it was okay for me to take his EpiPen.
She is telling the truth, Drew. Headley indeed did give her permission to use his EpiPen. Although I do not think he knew exactly what she had intended to do with it.
See, I had permission and I was going to put it back in everything, honest. The EpiPen was the crowning touch to my piece. You see, everything had to be at the perfect angle so that the viewer sees the dead pig in a half-stepped-up body bag, and as they walk around the table, you see the bright yellow EpiPen sticking out of the pig's mouth. It symbolizes our rushed and disposable society. I think it's one of my best pieces yet. I submitted it to the New York School for the Performing Arts as my admission piece. I've been accepted.
You did what? You've been...
I'm going!
We need to talk.
Excuse me, Mr. Drew, but I think it is in the best interest for the investigation if Hannah remains in the room.
I'm confused. Surely Hannah didn't kill her daddy. She's a good girl. Rachel looks strange, but good.
What I never understood was why did it take forever for the ambulance to get there? How come we didn't even have a car?
We were in a very remote area, sweetie, and no one was expecting anyone to be seriously ill. I must admit, I've never gone to a shareholders conference where we were all driven via luxury coach. It surely was a shame that the coaches just dropped us off and left. But of course, there is a simple explanation for that. Winifred said that our transportation insurance would only cover the event if no one used private vehicles, and keeping the buses on site for all the 3 days would have been too expensive. Winifred also keeps company events on budget. Besides, being far away from our daily lives was the theme of the conference. Uncle Les always comes up with the best themes.
She's right. Les always does come up with the best things. I approved the location, but I never thought it'd be where I died.
Yeah, I think we could wrap it up. You only have one post-it note left, and time is fleeting.
Really? Another musical? One note left. Now what the heck do I write?
There was a car at the resort. I saw it.
But no one tried to gain access to this vehicle to transport Mr. Headley.
We tried while Uncle Les was on the phone with 911, but we couldn't get it started. In a family of accountants and artists, you don't have a heap of car guys.
Here, I'm sure everything that could have been done was done. All this investigation is just stirring up everyone's emotions. Come and sit for a bit. Your papa took good care of all of us in death. Very generous man.